First-year players are always going to be graded against other rookies in their class, and some end up hating each other for years because of it. Whether they have a chip on their shoulder for not getting drafted sooner, or those players used to duke it out in college, it's always fun watching two young pros fight to prove themselves at the highest level and take that spot as the top rookie in their class. With the NFL season now underway and NBA right around the corner, here's some rookie rivalries we're looking forward to seeing play out this year and some old ones that one time had us on the edge of our seats. Let us know in the comments what rookie matchups you're looking forward to seeing most this year. Number 10. Evan Mobley vs. Alperen Şengün. Sometimes you can immediately tell that a player is going to be a fan favorite. For the Houston Rockets rookie forward Alperen Şengün, all you have to do is hear his name and you can already imagine the 18,000 fans at the Toyota Center screaming "Şengün" after the Turkish native makes a big play. The name Evan Mobley doesn't share that same charm, but Cleveland Cavaliers fans have a lot to be excited about when it comes to their third overall draft pick out of USC. Some scouts have described the 7-footer as having the offensive potential of Chris Bosh combined with the defensive abilities of Anthony Davis. Any ounce of similarities between the Rook and those two would be a welcome sign for a team who hasn't sniffed the playoffs since LeBron left. Both Şengün and Mobley looked good in Summer League and should see a lot of minutes on the floor for their struggling franchises. So it won't be a surprise if the two do-it-all bigs are graded against each other throughout the season. Şengün will always be way more fun to say, so at least he's got that going for him. Number 9. Ja'Marr Chase vs. Patrick Surtain Jr. There's few things more entertaining in the NFL than watching a wide receiver and a cornerback duke it out on the football field on Sunday. Few players know how to trash talk quite like they do. Receivers will dare corners to cover them, corners will take shots at receivers, and a lot of times the trash talk becomes public. The two rookie standouts on either side of the ball this season are Ja'Marr Chase for the Cincinnati Bengals and Patrick Surtain Jr. of the Denver Broncos, who first played each other in college when Chase's LSU faced Surtain's Alabama as SEC rivals. Chase dominated the NCAA during his time playing college football, leading the FBS in receiving yards in 2019. Now, he's reunited with his former teammate and Heisman-winning quarterback Joe Burrow, who helped turn him into a star in their national championship season. Both Chase and Surtain were taken in the top 10 in the 2021 draft, and we'll get to see them line up against each other when the Bengals play the Broncos in Denver mid-December. Will Surtain lock up Chase? Will the Bengals rookie burn the defense for 6 points? Either way, one can only hope the two get their Twitter fingers going and renew their college rivalry before the matchup to spice things up a bit. Number 8. Christian Barmore and Elijah Vera Tucker. You may not see many kids this year sporting either of their jerseys, but defensive tackle Christian Barmore for the New England Patriots and offensive guard Elijah Vera Tucker for the New York Jets are going to see plenty of each other for at least the next few years. Drafted out of Alabama early in the second round, Barmore joins a New England defense that ranked 26th out of 32 teams in total sacks in 2020. Luckily for the Pats, their newest addition to their D-line is a top-notch pass rusher who was named Defensive MVP for the College Football Playoff Championship game last season. So he'll be looking to give first-round pick Vera Tucker a run for his money while pressuring their rookie quarterback, Zach Wilson. Vera Tucker, a 6'5", 300-pound lineman from USC, is anything but a pushover, to say the least. He made all-conference honors for the Pac-12 in just 6 games last season and will start immediately for a team desperate for help protecting their second overall pick, Zach Wilson. Number 7. Trevor Lawrence vs. Kwity Paye. First overall pick Trevor Lawrence has the overwhelming difficulty of turning the Jacksonville Jaguars into a powerhouse football team. Hell, it's already been tough to pinpoint the city of Jacksonville on a map. Luckily for him, he's blessed with all the gifts of a superstar quarterback and should have the organization's full support in providing him with the tools necessary to compete at a high level. One area they'll need help in this season is the offensive line, which twice a year is lined up against the Colts' 2021 first-round pick Kwity Paye out of Michigan. Paye is an explosive edge rusher who Indianapolis will be counting on heavily to pressure opposing quarterbacks in his first year, and there's no better stage to prove himself on than against the former College Football Player of the Year and national champion Trevor Lawrence. Linebackers and edge rushers have dismantled quarterbacks' hopes and dreams of winning a championship before. Remember how linebacker and sack machine Von Miller beat up Cam Newton in the Super Bowl? Well, Cam was drafted by the Panthers right before Miller was taken by the Broncos, and you'd have to think it felt nice to take that top spot back from him at the biggest stage. Look for Paye to play with a chip on his shoulder against the Jaguars twice a year. Number 6. Mac Jones vs. Zach Wilson. Replacing Tom Brady is essentially impossible. There's a good chance scientists will have invented time travel before another quarterback wins 7 Super Bowl rings, and counting. Luckily for New England Patriots rookie Mac Jones, there was that weird buffer year of Cam Newton starting for the team after the future Hall of Famer's departure. But there's still a massive hole waiting to be filled at quarterback for head coach Bill Belichick, who watched his former protege Brady win a ring in his first year on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As for the New York Jets and their rookie Zach Wilson, who they took with the 2nd overall pick in the 2021 draft, the bar for success at quarterback position is pretty low. The most memorable moment for a QB in Jets uniform in recent history is probably that time Mark Sanchez recorded the infamous butt fumble. Before that, you'd have to go way back to Joe Namath, who carried the Jets to a victory in Super Bowl III. The Jets haven't been back to the big game since, and now Namath is selling ED pills on TV. Both Mac Jones and Zach Wilson have already been named starters, so we'll get to see them battle it out in the AFC East twice this year. Number 5. Cade Cunningham vs. Jalen Green. It took the top 2 picks of the 2021 NBA draft less than 2 weeks to face off against each other after draft night, and they did not disappoint. The 2nd overall pick Jalen Green outscored 1st overall pick Cade Cunningham 25-20 as his Houston Rockets beat the Detroit Pistons in a summer league game in early August that already has Hoops fans salivating over more head-to-head matchups of the 2 rookies. The forward from Oklahoma State Cunningham has people caring about the Pistons for the first time since Bush was in office, but there's no doubt his numbers will be closely compared to Green's, who spent his only year after high school playing the NBA's G League, as both of them are expected to carry a heavy workload for their respective franchises. It'll be a while before either team reaches the finals, however, and let's be honest, the odds of both of them staying in either Detroit or Houston for their whole careers are about as high as Ben Simmons' three-point percentage. Number 4. Andrew Luck versus Russell Wilson versus Robert Griffin III. The 2012 NFL Draft was supposed to be super top-heavy when it came to quarterbacks available. The 2 stars of the draft were its top 2 picks, Andrew Luck out of Stanford and Robert Griffin III from Baylor. Luck went 1st overall to the Indianapolis Colts, signaling a change of guard from the departing legend Peyton Manning, and the Heisman-winning Griffin, or RG3, went 2nd to the then Washington. Both players balled out that season, blowing their already high expectations out of the water, with Luck setting the rookie record for passing yards in a season and Griffin recording the highest passer rating by a rookie quarterback in league history, while also leading his team to the playoffs. The surprise of the draft was the undersized Russell Wilson out of North Carolina State, who also led his Seattle Seahawks to the postseason while tying Peyton Manning's record for most touchdown passes by a player in his first year. The 3 rookie quarterbacks took the league by storm and created a tight 3-way race for Rookie of the Year award, which Griffin ended up winning. Now, Griffin is out of the league due to injuries he couldn't recover from, and Andrew Luck shocked the sports world by retiring early at the ripe age of 29. But we're not likely to see a rookie quarterback class that strong for a long time. Number 3. Jameis Winston versus Marcus Mariota. Yes, at one point in time there was a discussion about Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota leading a new wave of greatness at the quarterback position, as if they were Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. Their Hall of Fame jackets were all but sewn and tailored, as the franchises drafting them were sure they had the next decade figured out under center. Obviously, people know that now Mariota is the backup for a mediocre Raiders team that moved to Las Vegas, and Jameis is in search of new beginnings in New Orleans. Their rookie season, however, was wildly hyped, as the 2 of them were drafted with the top 2 picks. Winston, 1st out of FSU, and Mariota, 2nd out of Oregon, each with a Heisman Trophy under their belts during their times playing in the NCAA. The 2 highly accomplished collegiate players faced off against each other early in the 2015 season when Winston's Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosted Mariota's Tennessee Titans and found themselves on the wrong end of a blowout, losing 14-42. Both enjoyed pretty successful seasons as far as rookie quarterbacks go, with Jameis throwing for over 4,000 yards and Mariota putting up impressive numbers also, despite missing 4 games with an MCL injury. Neither of the 2 won the prestigious Rookie of the Year award, however, as the then St. Louis Rams' Todd Gurley secured the title after rushing for over 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns in just 13 games played. Number 2. LeBron James versus Carmelo Anthony. It's hard to believe that it was just 400 years ago when LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony battled each other for the NBA's Rookie of the Year award. There's well over 50,000 career points and like a dozen team changes between the two future Hall of Famers, but at one point they were a couple of teenagers trying to prove they belonged in the league. That didn't take long, however, as both of them were 20-point-per-game scorers in their first season, while Carmelo even led his Denver Nuggets to the playoffs. Melo outplayed the young King James in each of the 2 times the Phenoms went head-to-head in their rookie year. He outscored LeBron in both matchups and also secured 2 victories for his team. Critics favored the first overall pick James against the 3rd pick Anthony in voting for Rookie of the Year, however, as the Cavs forward won in a landslide. Now, 18 years later, they finally have an opportunity to play alongside one another for the Los Angeles Lakers to try to win a title. It's a beautiful basketball love story that could have gone a lot differently had this one guy named Darko Milicic never existed. He was not in the running for Rookie of the Year, in case you were wondering. Number 1. Trey Lance versus Justin Fields. Drafting the quarterback of the future is never easy. There's always the risk that the guy you drafted gets hurt or doesn't pan out, and then you have to watch the player you passed up on dominate the league and punish your team for its mistake. It's pretty safe to say that the Chicago Bears would like a redo for the 2017 draft, but they took Mitchell Trubisky with the 2nd overall pick, while Deshaun Watson and some dude named Patrick Mahomes were still on the board. Now, the Bears are looking to find themselves on the other side of history, as they took Ohio State star quarterback Justin Fields with the 11th overall pick after the San Francisco 49ers elected to take North Dakota State phenom Trey Lance with the 3rd selection instead. Both are highly talented dual-threat play callers with gobs of potential who each join teams in dire need of consistency at the quarterback position. So hopefully for fans' sake, they will both be named starters by the time they face off for the first time as pros in October. Man, it feels good to have football back. Have a rivalry with our list? Fire off in the comments and be sure to check out thegameday.com for more sports content that doesn't suck, and get yourself paid with our latest sportsbook offers and coupons.